Hey everyone, Ian Smith here with fedsmith.com, and I'm going to give you a quick tutorial on how to find individual federal employee salaries online. The website I'm going to be using in this tutorial is fedsdatacenter.com. Please note that this website is not hosted or maintained by Fedsmith, but it is a free and popular online database and resource that you can use to search federal employee salary data. To begin, locate the federal employees link under the federal salaries header on the fedsdatacenter.com homepage and click on it. So the first thing you'll see when you come to the salary search page is this section here for filters, and this is how you filter the search results. By default, the salary search page just lists every single record in the database for whatever the latest fiscal year is. In this case, at the time of this recording, it's 2022, and you can filter results on these years or for all years. Additionally, there are filters for agency, occupation, location, and name. To filter the results by a federal employee's name, you use this box here, and it's important to note the format is last name, comma, first name. But note also there's no space in between. It's a little hard to tell, but it's last, comma, first without a space, and that's important. So for example, you could search for Jones, because the search will also do partial matches, as it notes here in the description. So if you do just Jones as an example, then not surprisingly you'll get individuals with the last name of Jones, but any first name. You could also do, since it does partial matches, you could do Jones, comma, J as an example, filter, and so now we get individuals whose first name begins with J, and it's, I should have mentioned also, this is limited to fiscal year 2022 in this example, just because that was already selected. And if you want to do a full name, you could do something like this, Jones James. And not surprisingly, you only get individuals at that point with the name of James Jones. If you want to add to the filter to narrow the results down even more, you can input something into these other boxes. So to build on our previous example, let's add something to agency. When you start typing in the agency, occupation, or location boxes, you'll get search hints, as you can see. So I've started typing department, and then possible matches come up. So I'll choose Health and Human Services as an example, hit filter, and now you can see the results have been narrowed down a lot further to fiscal year 22, Health and Human Services, and James Jones. The location filter is a bit interesting. When you start typing in it, you'll get hints like you do in the other fields, but it's important to notice that the names are, they're not like city and state. They're just states or town names or things like that. So that can be a little bit deceiving, and it's just something to be aware of as you conduct your searches. But I'll use Washington as an example. And this is just a quick example to show if you filter the results down a lot farther, in this case, Washington, Health and Human Services, James Jones, 2022, then you just simply won't find any matching records. Some other tips to note for conducting your searches: occasionally you'll run across records where the name says name withheld by agency or location redacted, and there's a note on the page about that. These records are being withheld by the government for security reasons, so that's why you might see those. Also, you can change the number of results displayed on the page at one time. It defaults to 10, but you could bump it up to these other increments. and that just lets you not have to scroll through as many pages in order to see the results, which is particularly helpful if there are a lot of records in one of your searches. And you can paginate through the records using these buttons down here. And finally, you can also sort the columns. So if you wanted to, for example, see the highest paid employees in a search you conduct, you can click on these arrows in the right column, and the first click sorts it lowest to highest. Clicking a second time sorts it highest to lowest. I hope you found this tutorial to be helpful. Please continue to visit fedsmith.com, as we are always posting new articles and content for current and former federal employees. Be sure to sign up for our free email list using the link in the video description.